Hey. It's 2013 and we are doing a YouTube get to know me tag. Yeah. I stole these get to know me tag questions from Emma Chamberlain, and by stole I do mean graciously borrowed. Kiara. No, all done. I have a very big audition later, so I'm trying to distract myself. So let's get started, right? There are 72 questions on this list, which I think is a little excessive, so we're gonna see which ones are good. Number 1, what is your name? My name is Stevie J. Davis. That's not my dead name though, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Number 2, what's your middle name? Well, I actually just answered that. Number 3, where are you from? I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. More specifically, I'm from the suburbs of Philly, but Philly. Number 4, where do you live? I live in New York City, baby. I'm a New Yorker. No, I'm just kidding. I'm absolutely not a New Yorker, and I'm not going to stay here much. Well, we'll see how long I stay here, but I think I have like 5 years left in me. I've been here for 5 years. New York is an exhausting place. Number 5, what do you do for a living? I'm an actor and a content creator, and I used to be a barista, and I used to teach kids gymnastics, and maybe at some point I'll do those things again, but right now I do social media and I am an actor. Number 6, what is your favorite color? Yellow, but also green, but also, let's say yellow and green. Yeah. Number 7, what's your star sign? I'm an Aries. I'm a Libra moon and a Leo rising. I have an Aries stellium, Aries Mars, if that means anything to you. My ex taught me about astrology, and they told me your Mars sign is how you fight and how you fight. So if that means anything to you for me being an Aries Mars, I'm very much a fire sign, but the Libra moon pops out a lot. What is your favorite music genre? My favorite music genre is classic rock. I grew up on classic rock. I love Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin. My name is Stevie because of Steven Tyler. Fun. Also pop music. Duh. Friggin' Brat, Summer. But also Gwen Stefani was my favorite artist as a kid. I was madly in love with her. Number 9 is who's your favorite artist? My favorite artist right now is Led Zeppelin. My favorite artist growing up was Gwen Stefani, but also I could play the game where you play a Lady Gaga song and I could tell you the album, the song's name, anything about the music video. So it's like that. Number 10, what's your favorite food? Chickpeas. I actually have a tattoo. Wow. Of chickpeas. It's my very first tattoo. I love them. They kept me alive growing up. I have some in my fridge right now. Number 11, what's your favorite drink? Water. Or I guess Celsius or a Diet Pepsi. What's your favorite snack? Crunchy curls? Plain potato chips? It used to be extra toasty Cheez-Its, but I can't eat gluten anymore. What's your favorite holiday? Pride? Does Pride count as a holiday? Probably. I used to say Thanksgiving because I like seeing my family and not being stressed about paying for stuff, but it's kind of a whack-ass holiday, so we can go with Thanksgiving, I guess. What's your favorite pastime? Watching TikToks. I love watching TikToks. Or I guess, like, if we're talking, like, physical activity pastime, probably walking. I love walking and listening to podcasts. What's your favorite sport? Number 15, gymnastics. Duh. I grew up in gymnastics. I used to teach gymnastics. I love gymnastics. If I could still do it to this day, I would do it. My skin doesn't callus, so I had to quit in my prime because my hands were falling apart. Also dance. I love dance. I love dance. Number 16, what is something you are talented at? Well, I'm an actor. I think I'm talented at acting. I think I'm rather talented at dance for someone who did not grow up dancing explicitly. I think I'm talented at editing. I'm talented at painting from reference. And I'm talented at eating. Number 17. What is something that you wish you were talented at? It's not that I wish I was talented at this because I know I do have an innate talent for it, which is singing, but I wish I had training in dance as well. I wish I had vocal and dance training, but also I wish I was talented at skateboarding. Are you competitive? Number 18. I'm so competitive. I'm actually like competitive to a fault, unfortunately. I think that's the fire sign in me. Number 19, describe yourself in a single sentence. Silly goose little guy with a fat ass. That's probably not what they were looking for. Sorry. Number 20, what is the best compliment you've ever received? My acting teacher, freshman year of college, told me that I meant to do this as a career, and that really meant a lot to me because I was a freshman in college and I was freaking out that I wasn't doing the right thing. I do think I did the right thing. He has since passed away, R.I.P. Lee Richardson. Love that guy. It's complicated. If you went to Temple, he's a complicated figure, but he really did a lot for me and my little heart freshman year of college. What are some of your bad habits? Number 21, I bite my fingernails. I quit for many years, and it only happens when I'm very stressed, but biting my fingernails is a pretty bad habit. Also, eating before bed. I will brush my teeth and fully eat before bed. That's the one I really want to stop doing. Number 22, what is your favorite thing about yourself? My favorite thing about myself is that I'm incredibly resilient. I've been through a lot in my life. So if you ever want a story time about my lore, I could give you the rundown on that. I've moved 29 times in my life, which is a lot of times. Yeah, I think I'm an incredibly resilient person, and I like that about myself. Number 23, what is on the top of my bucket list? I don't know if this counts as a bucket list or if it counts as like a career goal, but to book a Broadway show, that would be pretty cool, or book like a nice role in a film. But I guess that's not bucket list. I would like to drive cross country and camp. That's like a bucket list thing. 24, what are 3 long-term goals? Book a Broadway show, reach 100,000 followers on YouTube, and be able to support myself financially doing what I love to do. What are 3 short-term goals? I'd like to make it through my audition today and do a really good job, come home and smoke a bowl, and have a really good summer. Number 26, what are you doing today to help you achieve those goals? I am filming this YouTube video. I warmed up twice around my song. I just drank some peppermint tea because my tummy hurts. And I'm laying the framework for a good summer. What is your biggest accomplishment? I think I could say that my biggest accomplishment is doing an off-Broadway show. The Civility of Albert Cashier back in 2022. I met my partner, Achilles, doing that actually. He's at a callback workshop right now. I met my best friend doing that show, so I would say that's probably my biggest achievement. And getting top surgery, oh my God. Getting top surgery back in 2021 was a huge achievement for me. 2021. What is an ideal first date for you? Number 28. Ideally one that I wouldn't have to plan. I get very anxious planning things, so probably getting food, going to the park, walking, and yapping. And then if it's going really well, like go back to someone's house. Like I'm a big fan of those like 4-day dates. Who is your role model? Well, growing up, I would say that as an actor, my role model was always Mary Louise Parker. Her career is what I want to do. Right now, my role model, I'm trying to be my own role model, but that's not really how that works. So I guess my role model is, I'm gonna have to come back to you on that. Number 31, which one of your parents are you more like? I would say probably more like my mom, but I think I'm like a very intense mix of the two of them. Which one of your parents are you closest to? I'm pretty close with both of them, which is really shocking based on the lore that you'll get to hear at some point. I love both of my parents very much. I think I agree with my mother's ideals a lot more, or I think we're on the same page more about stuff. We are on the same page more about stuff. What is the last book you read? Well, I'm currently in the middle of a reread of We Both Laughed in Pleasure by Lou Sullivan, his diaries. It's great. What is your favorite fairy tale? I don't know if Alice in Wonderland counts as a fairy tale, but it is my favorite story. So, Alice in Wonderland. What was my favorite subject in school? Theater class. I don't know if that counts, but other than that, probably social studies. I love history and I love science, I didn't like environmental science. I really liked chemistry and I really liked microbiology. What subject was I best at? Not friggin' math, bro. I friggin' failed math. And I would say I was probably good at social studies and science and English. I don't like writing though. And I'm terrible at reading. I have ADHD so bad, I'm barely literate. Who is my favorite teacher? My favorite teacher was Mrs. Scully Elliott. She taught me social studies my sophomore year of high school. I also loved Lee Richardson. We talked about him earlier. Also, Mrs. Hyatt. She was my theater teacher. Cheryl Williams, one of my acting teachers, and David Ingram. Love both of them. Who has left the biggest impact on my life? My partner has made a huge impact on me. I don't know where I would be without him, but also, are we talking positive impact or negative? Because I have some great trauma from some ex-step parents, so I don't know if that counts as an impact, but we won't get into that right now. What app do I use the most? TikTok. I'm obsessed with TikTok. It's my favorite thing to do. What piece of technology could I not live without? Probably my phone. Duh. What countries have I visited? I've been to Jamaica and the Bahamas. That's it. I would love to travel more. I don't travel nearly enough. What countries would you like to visit? I'd really love to go to Europe. I'd love to go to Japan. I'd love to go... Europe is not a country, duh. But I'd love to go all around Europe. I'd love to go to Australia. I'd love to go anywhere, honestly. What the f***? Number 45. What is my most embarrassing memory? Well, okay, I'll give you two. When I was a kid, I was in an advanced gymnastics class with the older kids, and I decided that I was going to cut my hair before practice. And so I cut my little rat's nest in my hair. I was a little ragamuffin, but I cut my hair, and a lot of the hair stayed within my like matted hair. And I'm jumping on the trampoline doing my warm up, and the knot of matted hair falls onto the trampoline. And I run out of the room crying, and it's so embarrassing. So that was fun. The more recent one is that in college, I had to poop behind a dumpster on my way home from lunch because I got food poisoning, and I never was able to walk past that dumpster again. We're gonna do 5 more questions because 72 questions is insane and we're already close to 50, so we're gonna stop at 50. Number 46, how many relationships have I been in? I did Max, I did Charlie, I did. I don't have the brain space to go through them all right now, so I'm gonna guess 15. Serious relationships, 3. Non-serious relationships, probably around 15. I was in a throuple once. That was fun. If you want a story time on that, that is a crazy story. It's very complicated, very long, you're gonna be like, oh my God, wow, okay, people suck. Anyway, number 47, if I could give my younger self advice, what would it be? I would tell myself that I was trans so I could deal with that a lot sooner. Even though when I was 8, I pretty much knew, but I didn't have any of the verbiage. I would also have told myself that I was queer. I would have told myself to get into voice lessons and dance classes. No matter how much my parents didn't want to pay for it, I would have figured out how to make it happen. That would have really set me up for success later in life. Mostly the trans and queer thing. That would have really set me in the right direction earlier. And that brings us to 48. What is one thing I wish I had known as a kid? That I could be trans and I could be queer, and I had those words for it because I didn't. Even though my mom was a lesbian, came out as a lesbian when I was in 5th grade, no. 6th grade. But I still didn't know it was an option. I would have loved to know that. Number 49, coffee or tea? You know, a year ago, I would have said tea, hands down, but I've been getting into coffee. I worked at a coffee shop for long enough that I was like, okay, I like it. I'm not gonna go out of my way to drink it. I'm not gonna go out of my way to drink tea either, but I do like both of them. But an iced green tea, an iced jasmine green tea, fresh brewed, nothing beats that. I just had some peppermint tea. Number 50. I guess this is a great place to end, but how tall am I? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? That's none of your friggin' business. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really great day. We're gonna come back for part 2 with the other 30 questions. Wish me luck on my audition. I really hope it goes well. I believe in myself, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do a good job, and I'm not gonna be mean to myself if it doesn't go perfectly. Anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see from me. I'm so happy you're here, and have a great day. Kisses.